This stream is brought to you by... Have you ever been misunderstood? A puppy in a rage monster's body? Well, we here at Trolllex Lives Matter believe there is a human inside all of us. And
they were effectively genetically engineered war tools.
TLM, because even
nightmare fuel
needs love too. And maybe a hug. Hello, I am Jafe Dumpkins, founder and CEO of Trolllex Lives Matter, TLM. Thanking you for watching this advertisement. Aw, look at that little guy. Look at that little poopsie whoopsie. He's a cutie patootie, isn't he? Look at her pet that. Oh my god, the cut.
could be a record. That counts. How long? Keep timing.
Wheel of time, you say? I have no idea. But I do love this chair. It's great. Ooh, what's that? Hey, a pine cone. Smells delightful. Let's get that out of here. Let's go. Man, my own bones are aching. I like going for a walk. Hey, that's a birdie. Look at that up there. I like birdies. Oh, what's that over there in the forest? Oh, you know what I could really go with? A tree hug. Wonderful.
Hello. This is Big Game James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I've seen a lot of great teams, but I've never seen fans like this. Will of Time fans. Don't stop believing. You're built something special, and I'm standing with you. Let's bring it back. Hashtag save WOT. Continued success.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Hey, look, it's a plane. Whoa, what's that say? Save wheel of crime? Stay woke? What? Brave a wheel of cake? Shave works? Suave wheat of cream? Shad walk? Starve weeping slime? Shorts are okay? Rave all the time? Shave the warts? I can't see. I can't see what it says. I don't understand. Somebody help. I'm lost. Help me, please. Save me.
Oh, you know that's terrible.
Karn! I am here. I made it. Sorry, things got a little bit crazy right before live time, but we've made it. Yeah, I know, Josh. I'm sorry. I schedule stuff and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I'm always late. What can I say? What's up, Sherry? Good to see you. One of the few reasons I keep watching the show as long as I do was to see the many facial expressions of Rand. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I got some for you in the thumbnail there. What's up, SB? Jeremy in the house. What's up? The many expressions of Perrin were enough for me, but we'll work on that next time. So do we have another 15 minutes before this starts? Yeah, probably. I don't know when you posted that. It was at 7. Yeah, I don't know. Was it close? It might have been. I wish Joshua had more lines. He barely had an opportunity to act. Yeah, he did. He barely got any time to do anything. That's true. He was like, basically a prop in the background that was there to look dumb and be on his knees, right? Never really given the opportunity to do anything.
Let's see here. Andrew, what's up? Trolllex lives don't matter. What? What? Is that because I don't have? How did it not go up there? Well, we'll do FLM since Fades got screwed. Let's see. Nick, what's up? Sam 8000. Fuck this show. Matt is my favorite character. Good to see you. Let's see here. No, of course that's Jeremy's been here like 8 million times, Josh. Jeremy's just making fun of me, and that's okay. That's okay. What's up, Amanda? Good to see you, Silverlock. Good to see you. I said hi to Andrew. Dark Wolf. Good to see you, Salvis. Eld, what's up? Leanne, good to see you too. Left Shad's stream for this notification because fuck Wheel of Prime. Well, thank you. I didn't realize Shad was. Is Shad's stream right now? Oh well. He was such good casting. Such a shame that it was. Yeah, I still think he could have got the job done. I still think that if they gave him something to do, he could have been okay. He did proved in episode 4, right? You know, episode 4, he actually had some stuff that was pretty good in it, and in the Roydion episode. So, you know, he did a pretty good job for some of that, and you know, and then nothing, right? So. Well, that's for the ladies, Leanne. I don't know if you guys say so. Yeah, I'm not. You know, he's you know, he's not an unattractive young man. What's up, dude guy? Save Wheel of Time reminds me that there are so many boss defending the show in season 1. Oh yeah, a ton. Wheel of Time, yes, Wheel of Time, yes. Big Game James. He's keeping it real, right? So, a few things before we get to the recording. Now, the recording, I'm not sure if it's a piece of a recording or if it's the whole thing or not. It's very weird. It's on this weird, you know, Will found it and shared it with me and said it might be worth a listen. I haven't listened to any of it, but you'll see what I'm talking about when we start listening to it, because it says he's joined by Josha and Brandon Sanderson. I sort of think that either he cut part of the podcast or he just lied about Sanderson being there, because Sanderson doesn't seem to be there. It doesn't seem like, or maybe he's just, I don't know. So I think he might have cut part of his own podcast out of the recording. It's on Spotify, but we're gonna see here in a few minutes. I wanted to look at two things that have been shared with me real quick. Staplebow shared something with me. This is shared through Discord. He shared it. This was apparently on a Reddit pre-show cancellation. The question to Rafe Judkins on the Instagram, Ask Me Anything. Big changes from the books in episode 8. Are we going to see Salad Bar providing renewal news? Rafe Judkins says, we have a lot planned for Saladar. There's a cut scene we will hopefully get to the show. There's a cut scene we will hopefully get to show someday of Rima, Varen, and Leanne leaving the White Tower with a group of Aes Sedai to gather on the shores of the river where Suwan was born. The rivers of Suwan. Oh, I always forget which one's Rima. Who's Rima? I don't even remember who this chick is. Oh well. All right, I looked her up. Whatever. So yeah, Rima, because she's so important. So look, Salad Bar was going to take over it looks like Salad Bar was going to be the main focal point. And of course, it's going to be a tribute to the dead Suan Sanche, right? Salad Bar is also going to be in Tyr. Great point. because that makes sense. Maybe they're gonna help Rand get Kalendor, since they insist that they didn't forget Kalendor. Glad they were going to add the classic scene from the books. Oh yeah. Well, it's hard. It's gonna be hard for Suan to get there, or for Suan to get healed. Oh wait, Suan never got stilled. uh-huh. I still, yeah, I looked her up, Josh. I looked her up. I still think probably the big thing that Nynaeve was going to heal was just madness. Even though she plays with that in the book too, I think that was going to be the only thing she healed. I don't think they were going to do stilling, because nobody seems to be stilled in the show. So yeah, how do you heal something that's not going on, right? Oh, yes. Thank the light it got canceled. Yep, she is not from the books. Raima's not from the book. Shocking. However, that scene in the book, Suan was there wondering why they were there mourning her death. That's true. I do remember that moment when she had a flashback. Maybe it was maybe her dad was mourning her. Maybe her dad knew she was going to die before he sent her down the river. So that's why the dragon fang was there. I don't know. So she was an ocean fisherman, not a river. Too much of her sayings were sea based. She was a Gordon's fisherman. Okay, she made those fish sticks. Oh, yeah. Her order was killed, and she was captured and stilled along with Leanne. Yeah, not in the show, man. In the show, they have to mourn her at the River of Suwan. Oh man. Yeah, I guess that's true. Egwene healed death and burning out in season 1, so what's left to heal? You're right. We complain about Rand, Matt, and Perrin getting ignored in the show, but let's not forget how dirty they did Elaine. They do them all dirty. It's just Rand, Matt, and Perrin seem to be on purpose, right? So like they destroyed Matt, Perrin, and Rand on purpose. Whereas the girls, they just seem to not understand that they ruined them. Right? So they ruin the girls and they don't know that they ruin the girls. They just are like, oh, this is the best thing. Well, same thing with Moraine. They've done Moraine dirty too, right? So, if you're a character in the Wheel of Time, they've done you dirty in some way or another, right? So but you're right. I mean, Nynaeve's story ended with her not fighting Mogideon and parting the seas of Tanchico. So yeah, she's done really bad. Rima is that throwaway Aes Sedai named in New Spring, so essentially a made-up character. Yeah, of course, because that tracks. Yeah, it's why did they even go to Tanchico? Everything that Nynaeve was supposed to do in Tanchico didn't happen. You should have just went to Camelin. Why are you even in Tanchico? She didn't fight Mogideon, she didn't rescue Egwene, she didn't do anything. Amanda 100% agree. Joshua was done so dirty by this busted vehicle. He should have been a rising star with the material from the book. Rand is a Masonic figure in proportion to contemporary cultural character Arthur. Yeah, I've said many times that, man, you guys are killing it in chat right now. Thank you. I've already said it many times that Rand should have been like the next Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. He should have been getting such great acclaim. His stock should have been like rising to the stratosphere. He should have been so popular. Everybody should have known his name from all of the Randall Thor, great shit that happens. It's so sad that none of it came to fruition, and he just got screwed over so bad. Oh, 100%. Rafe is the problem. Rafe and Amazon for hiring Rafe, and then Rafe for hiring most of the team around him. I don't blame most of the actors. I think the actors got screwed, especially Josha. Josha, I think, if you guys have been around the channel, Rafe, not Rafe, Josha. I 100% feel Josha got screwed. Amanda just said it. Amanda sums up basically my thoughts. Josha should be huge. Josha should be the it guy. Josha should be, throwing away scripts because he's getting too much stuff. The Gran Turismo movie he was fine in, but that movie was not very good, right? So you work. It's another thing where he didn't really get to shine because he was the villain in a not so great movie, but he did fine in it. I think Josh is a good actor, and I think he could have been a good Rand if he was given anything to do. I don't know if I agree with that, Sherry. The problem is, let's look at Josh's career right now. Josha, when this all started, if I was a young actor trying to make a name for myself, and my agent came to me and said, Steve, I got you the role of Randall Thor in the Wheel of Time project. That's like akin to freaking Henry Cavill getting Superman, right? That's huge. He doesn't know that Rafe is going to completely butcher the thing, right? No idea. So it's one of those he should have been good to go. Yeah, that seems to be the case, doesn't it? So, and then from there, his poor agent's trying to work with what he's got because they made him look so bad. Right? They made him look so terrible that it's like the agent now has nothing to work with. So it's just a bad situation all around. So I don't really know that it's the agent's fault, to be honest. So Daniel Henney snuck off to Korean cinema. Did he really? Jeremy White, 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Professor Nate, Richard Larson, Snakey24, You Are Barmy, and Brahma Bull. Look at that. Thank you. There was also something else I wanted to look at here. Let's see here. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I think here it is. Okay, this was also shared to me. This is like a poem. Thank you very much, Jeremy White. Thank you. And you can, because he is the only confirmed one, Amanda. He is the only one that confirmed that. Yeah, Daniel Henney's. Well, yeah, because we talked about Daniel Henney sort of just disappearing off the face of the earth too, right? and it turns out he's in Korean cinema, right? So yeah, he's just hiding. Here you go. WOT sees me. Does Wheel of Time see you guys? Wheel of Time sees me. Now, of course, we have the mega huge picture of Egwene and you know, the two most important characters in the show, Egwene and Avienda Pooh. So, you don't feel seen by the show? What? Oh, I don't know what he said yet. It's a recording. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there in a second. So, Wheel of Time sees me. Wheel of Time is the first and only. This is on, of course. This is on the they've changed it to savewatt.com instead of WOTseries.com. So, but here we go. Wheel of Time is the first and only TV show that focuses on both men and women. I've came across that felt realistic to me as a woman. The female characters alongside the male characters are manifested as real people and not some representation of women from the male perspective like most other shows out there. I felt the creators of Wheel Time telling me, "We do see you." It's hard to immerse myself in other shows, but so easy in Wheel Time due to the realism of both women and men. I was so sad to learn of the cancellation. I was so excited to see where the show was going. Please give it back. Ayula Smart only acting credits since Wheel of Time rapping Cocaine Bear. She is making sure. Yeah. Most of the people that were on the show were their careers are dead, except for Rosamund. Rosamund is in Now You See Me 3. They misspelled like successful shows, did they? I just find that hilarious since men are not portrayed like men at all. So maybe that's their point. Because a bunch of women wrote it, they don't know how to write men. Is that the point? I'm not sure. Is that the point to that? It could be. Now, hopefully, we get some sound to this. We're gonna have to test it to make sure we got sound. Sherry says, "I did not feel seen. If this show is how they think men and women behave, they need help." It's true. It's absolutely true because I don't know what men they've been hanging out with, but a strong man crying all the time and giving up in front of women and not taking action and basically not standing up for themselves. Yeah, I don't well, that's true, dude guy. I think that part of the representation of men may be dead on. Peeing on trees, we do that. Sometimes when you gotta go, right? So, this was something that Will shared with me and a group of people, and I have not listened to it. I listened to like the first few seconds, um, and Will has listened to the whole thing, and he said it was what did he say? What did he say? Let's see if I have a quote from him. Sorry. Come on. I thought I had a quote. Oh, here we go. All right. Can I not find it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. I think I asked. Well, I thought I had a quote, but apparently not. Well, somewhere in there, Will said it's very painful to listen to. So we're going to take a listen to see what he spills. Apparently, there's some talk about Tam. And yeah, there's a whole bunch. We went on about other things too. So good luck finding it, right? But apparently, just Zach's just sent me something about William the Conqueror. Hold on, let me see if I can. King and Conqueror. Oh, who knows what that's going to be like? All right. He's in chaps in this fight. Yeah, it's another. Hold on, it's another medieval show where the costuming is terrible. There you go. He's wearing chaps. You can see it's just like it's hard. It's sort of hard to tell, but you could tell that it's again armor that doesn't cover armor. So thanks, Axe. All right, let's do this. No, we're not sharing that. There we go. Okay, if you guys can't hear it, let me know. I've never watched some of the South Korean stuff on Netflix is pretty good. What's up, Amra? Good to see you. Good to see you. Paul Z, good to see you. Poor Bland was getting his book moment stolen from him. No Tarwood's Gap, no battle across the sky found it, no sneaking into the stone, no. Yeah, it's crazy. None of it, Paul. Great point. All of his big moments stolen from him. No Blade Master encounter. Yeah, he just cheats and kills him. Yes, Lamping was top 3, 100%. Yes. All right. So let's test this out real quick. Can you hear this?
Dreams on the show, man. So
Oh yeah, I see. That's true. You probably need more.
Can you guys hear that? Okay, good. We've overcome the first hurdle. The second, so I asked around and I went down a weird rabbit hole with this because I heard where this started and I was like, this sounds like it was in the middle of a conversation. I wonder if there's a longer version of this and I can find a bigger section to cut out of it. Edit my own piece out of this the podcast. I found a whole bunch of weird stuff. I don't know. I have no better idea who Jason K is. In fact, I'm even more confused about this whole podcast. But we get some fresh comments from Josha. That's all I know. So, and we'll see if anybody hears Brandon Sanderson here, let me know because I don't think he shows up. But yeah. All right, here we go.
That's true. We do have a crew. Hey, we're at the end, man, at the end of the season, and one of the biggest moments was just back in episode 6. You had a kind of a climactic adaptation moment. We pulled from the Stone of Tear, we pulled the Cold Rock's hold. Speak to us about Alcera. Like, what were your thoughts when you read that moment in the script and you realized what they were doing?
It was one of the most important scenes.
Speak to us about Alcera. Like, what were your thoughts when you read that moment in the script and you realized what they were doing?
It was
Is Alcer the chick that dies? Is that what that is? Is that what Alcera is? Is that the little girl? Is that Alcera? Yeah. Okay. The character that doesn't exist is the little girl that died in episode 6. Okay, the fake character that doesn't exist. Okay, yeah, the one that they tried to gaslight us into caring about. Because they did a whole bunch of work in like one episode to try and get us to care about this little girl, because they played Ring Around the Rosie, and so we're supposed to care about this girl. Like, oh my god, right? Yeah, okay, just making sure.
was one of the most important scenes for me for Rand already when I read the books, and it's profound because we see what happens if when he channels and there's the taint there, but also when you take something away from him that he really cares about. And I had this image in my head immediately when I read it for the first time of him with the dead body in his hand and then running around and screaming, crying, whatever, the full range of madness.
I'm assuming he's equating. I don't even know her fucking name, brah. I'm assuming he's equating back to his book experience, that he's saying that he's thinking back to Rand in the Stone of Tear, running around full crazy mode, going nuts, screaming, and all that. I think that's what is that what we think he's referring, guys? Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about, is that him going crazy in that moment in the Stone of Tear, the part that was cut. Yeah, so he's village. Yeah, full calendar. Yeah. Okay.
And that was a horrifying image I had in my head because I wanted to even push it further. So actually, I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell this, but it doesn't really matter. We were actually shooting that scene with a lot of actors and a lot of people around, but that we didn't have enough time. We only had like 2-3 hours that day. I was shooting 2 hours.
So we only had 2 or 3 hours for a very emotional scene. Basically, the conclusion of Samael. We only have 2 hours to shoot it. So let's just how do you only have 2 hours for that? What is with complete mismanagement? You can feel it just from listening to him right now that it was completely mismanaged. We only had 2 or 3. I have this big emotional scene to do where a kid dies and it's supposed to be me staving off the madness, and yeah, so you know what, you better get it on one take because we only got 2 hours. So get this shit right, Joshua, because we got to move on. I wonder how long they let Suwan do interpretive dance, or not Suwan. How long they let Moraine do interpretive dance on top of the rock with the Sarkinen. I would assume as much as she wanted, but she's the star, right? All right, here we go.
Other ancestors this season. The schedule was really insane. And they asked Marta, the director, asked of me the full range of madness, but on the page there was some there, but it was mostly just channeling, and that was
the full range of madness. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but whatever. But on the page there was some there, but it was mostly channeling. Okay, so they didn't tell him what to do. Got it. Okay.
Horrifying image. That's what looked like the madness. But with all the characters there, I basically went out. I went off script, and with her dead body, in my arms, I showed my desperation to Moraine. That was.
So wait a second. All the emotional parts is off script?
I said things to Rourke. I said things to Avienda, to Egwene, to everyone. I said something while his arms were like going around, and it was so horrifying already before he started channeling. And then he starts channeling, and the body, you know, we had cables and stuff, and the body would go up into the air. But after 3 takes, they said,
Oh, wait a second.
"You guys, we ran out of time. We got it."
They cut all this. Wait, wait, hold on. Is he saying he injected all of this into the show trying to make it better because it was such a big scene? And there was Alice Sarah was supposed to be floating in the air because he was trying to reanimate the body and they cut all of it? Is that what's being said here, guys? He improvised and he cut it. The writers, of course, hate Rand. Yes. Because it sounds like I'm gonna listen to that again. Hold on. Okay.
In my arms, schedule was really insane. And they asked Marta, the director, asked of me the full range of madness.
So the director just basically told him to go ham.
But on the page, there was some there, but it was mostly just channeling.
So there was no direction for him to do anything so she dies, there's no direction other than kill Samael, it sounds like. Okay.
And that was a horrifying image. That's what looked like the madness. But with all the characters there, I basically went out. I went off script, and with her dead body, in my arms, I showed my desperation to Moraine. I said things to Rourke. I said things to Avienda, to Egwene, to everyone. I said something while his arms were like going around, and it was so horrifying already before he started channeling, and then he starts channeling, and the body, you know, we had cables and stuff.
So he's trying to add emotion to the dead child that got killed. And then we do,
and the body would go up into the air. But after 3 takes, they said, "You guys, we ran out of time."
So there's the scene. So basically, this is the part where we're all like, "Hey, that would have been so much better if they actually did the fucking Stone of Tears scene, where he tried to revive her and reanimated the body into like a Walking Dead zombie." So Josha tried to do it, and they cut it. That sure sounds like what he's saying. There is a report that they filmed so much extra stuff that it cut into many story arcs. Yeah, it sure sounds like it. They had to fit all their bullshit in there. They had to fit all their new bullshit in there, so they cut out all the actual scenes. So it's like another one of those. The actor knows better than the showrunner, and he's trying to actually get some Wheel of Time stuff in there with some emotion, and they're like, "Nah, fuck it." It's unbelievable. All right, let's keep going. Mascom needed more his screen time. Yeah, apparently. The scene makes zero sense when he doesn't have the Fat Man or Kalendor to give him the extra one power. Think he could revive someone from the dead. Zero sense. Mascom needed more screen time. 100%. Yep. Unbelievable.
We gotta do this another time. And we got back a couple of days later and I said, look, we only have 2 hours to shoot this scene and only 4 acts will be here.
Oh my gosh. It really sounds like this was a disaster. So, a mega important scene for Rand.
Into the air. But after 3 takes, they said, "You guys, we ran out of time. We gotta do this another time." And we got back a couple of days later, and I said, "Look, we only have 2 hours to shoot this scene, and only 4 acts will be here."
So, yeah, important scene for Rand, but we can't get everybody on set, so we're just gonna cut it. Jesus Christ. Well, that's also the other problem with how they apparently hired people for this show, right? It's like nobody was like on set all the time. They were only there for freaking days at a time, or a day here, a day there. So if they didn't nail something, they were gone, so they couldn't do it again, right? It's just this production sounds like it was just stupid. How they did stuff and how they planned stuff. It's like, oh, we have Suan Sanchez, actress, for Monday through Wednesday, and then she's not back for 2 months. So we got to do all her scenes. So let's do them. And that's how they're doing it. It's so weird. All right. Well, moving on. That is crazy. That says a lot too, doesn't it?
And you can't move. You must stay in this position. And so then the only thing that came out was something I probably imagine said to Rourke, which was, you said, what does the prophecy say?
Yeah.
I bring destruction, but also creation. That just came out. So that was like the small range of madness that I was able to show.
So say that he's just completely just.
Probably imagine said to Rourke, which was, you said, what does the prophecy say?
Yeah.
So that is all injected by Rand, by Josha. Josha is trying to inject book stuff, and he's being denied at every moment. I wonder if that's why, again, he doesn't have nearly as much time in this show as the others, because he's read the source material and he keeps trying to inject the source material into the product where it could possibly fit. Like, he recognizes this is the scene from the Sonateer, so he's like, oh, okay, maybe we get some Sonateer moments in here. And they just deny him. That's crazy. They spent it on hookers and blow? Probably. Well, beach walks and parties. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate ya over on X. My mom heart goes out to him. That baby was trying so hard. I think he really was. you know, that's the conspiracy theory I have. He was trying to make the show better, and they didn't like that, so they took scenes from him. That's what I'm gonna say. Wine and cheese and anal beans. Oh my god. How dare you, Nathan?
I bring destruction, but also creation. That just came out. So that was like the small range of madness that I was able to show.
So so that was his line. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Oh, by the way, I watched the new War of the Worlds on Amazon. It's really weird. Actually, I lied. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched part of it, and then I got distracted making my thumbnail. Oh, come on. Is that the old one? Oh, that's the old one. There we go. We got it. All right. Oh, by the way, Wheel of Time is still not on the top 10. Is anybody surprised? All right, that was in episode 6, right? Let's see here. Wrong window. Oh, I might be able to share it from my Oh, come on, where is it? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see here. Oh, come on. Where is it? There we go. There we go. There we go. Episode 6 is going to load, or am I going to have to do it the hard way? Gonna have to do it the hard way. Okay, great. Man, it's so bright and vibrant, isn't it? Wait, is it not letting me show it? I hate this shit. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to get the damn scene. Right? I'm trying to get the scene he's talking about. Because it sounds like he's doing more writing for the show than... All right, there won't be sound because StreamYard sucks. So that's all. This is all him doing this. He's not getting any direction. What's up, Michael? So I can see. Okay, so I can see why this sounded clunky and was clunky. So he got no direction. Like I particularly don't really like this, but if they gave him no direction, what's he supposed to do? Right? If he's totally ad-libbing this. What's up? Hey, Salty, what's going on? Check again tomorrow, Steve. I'm sure it'll be in the top 10 by that. Yeah, I'm sure, right? Man, you got chat is popping off. You guys are going crazy. Sorry. But like if he so this is him ad-libbing. So this was him. So let's see. The only four on the set were Avienda, the dead girl, Egwene, and Rand. Right? So they weren't there. This was just a re-edit because they're on the other side. And they're just standing in the background. So what was supposed to be there if like it makes me wonder, like, right? So you have so here.
That to Rourke, which was, you said, what does the prophecy say?
Yeah.
I bring destruction, but also creation. That just came out.
So he got no direction, so he's working by himself, trying to come up with something that makes it make sense. And it sounds like they just had him sitting there channeling. Is that what you guys are taking away from that too? Because I feel like that's what he's saying, is they just had him sitting there channeling, not saying anything. There are points where Josh is hitting it out of the park. A little good direction would hone that into something really, really good. I think so. Okay, because it sounds like it sounds like they wanted the scene just to be him channeling, saying nothing. You could see who was also there. He was Rurik. He was mistaken that Rurik was there. He was just talking to himself, unless Rurik was next to him and it was cut. Maybe, I don't know. But like you could tell it was Egwene, Avienda, and the little girl were on set, and Rosamund Pike and Daniel Henney weren't. They were off getting at Disneyland with what's her face, 11, when she was supposed to be doing Stranger Things. What's up, Tomitsu? More wasted money, true. Charlotte Brandstorm directed this episode, also did multiple episodes of Rings of Power with the same result, complete shit. Yep. Yeah, so, man. So, I'll give him an A for effort to try and at least inject something in there. And then, hold on. So, he said, and it sounds like this was all supposed to be. So this was supposed to be like. So instead of having so they cut all the wires and bullshit. So that was she was supposed to be floating in the air and shit, but they gave up on the scene and said fuck it. Fuck Rand. They don't care. Fuck it. We don't have the personnel here. We don't have the time. We don't care. It's just Rand. Fuck it. Let's just get it done. That sure sounds like what it is to me. There were 2 days of filming. The first time they had the wires and stuff, and the rest of the cast. Then they came back to reshoot the scene with less people and no wires. Yeah, and then they kept the one with the no wires because, well, but see, that's the thing. What? It just, I don't know. Sounds like the production was just complete shit. Because if you're not going to keep the wired stuff, exactly. The fact that they were filming Rand's emotional climax with the B crew is absolutely wild, right? So it's like, if you were intended to do wires and stuff and have her up in the air day one, why didn't you intend on doing that for day two? Why isn't everybody scheduled to be there for day two? This is one of Rand's big scenes. Well, we all know the answer because, hey, Steve Bow said it. Rand is an afterthought in his own show. True. It's fucking crazy. All right.
So that was like the small range of madness that I was able to show. But it doesn't matter in a way because I felt in that moment what Rand and everyone else around me as well, I think.
What would who? Rant?
Could see the potential of Rand, and because of that, I could really now I can even envision that more. You know, if we're lucky enough to get another season, then
yeah,
no, I want to see him in a cave barking like a dog, and then being captured, put in a box, and then going for Kalandor, and then killing a Forsaken.
Rand has not killed any Forsaken yet. Josha totally got screwed. 100%. You can hear it. You can definitely hear it. You can totally hear it. Maybe they should have went with the yeah. Oh, Cyan, he's obviously read the books. Obviously, and he's the only one that cares enough to try and inject any of it. And even the fucking so-called lore protector, he cares more about it than she does. What's her job? To fucking do nothing, sip cocktails and make posts online that she doesn't even make.
You know, that would be with what I felt on that day while improvising that scene. That was pretty wild.
So he was forced to improvise. Not only was it the B team, Will, he was forced to improvise all of his climax. He got no direction, and he had to try and make something out of nothing. Remember what Rafe said season 1. Rosamund Pike gave him tons of notes on how to make the show better, meaning make her central. Yeah, well, she definitely was. And now she's the villain of Now You See Me 3. She's made it, folks.
Yeah, it is wild. Yeah. But honestly, like, as we just talked about, I just want you to know all the things you just told us, man, that just standing up and what did the prophecies say moment, that captured it. Like,
no, it didn't. So the problem was the lines didn't fit. You could see the emotion there, but what he really needed was somebody to write something that elevated the moment, because this wasn't it. It was you could tell that it was improvised because what he said was very clunky. All any of the emotion from the scene comes from him, the emotion on his face, not the words being said. The words being said, you could tell, was clunky and him trying to make something out of nothing. So I'll give him credit for trying to, shine a turd. He tried, but yeah, you can tell there's something off with that scene. And it sounds like it's off because nobody cared and except for him, and he was doing the best he could. So I don't know. What do you think? You agree? Disagree? Here we go.
Yeah, and I'm glad this was the scene as well. There's no resentment.
Oh, there is definitely resentment. Wow. Sorry. There is no resentment. There is dude, that right there confirms there's resentment because they fucked with that. Oh my gosh. I think that 100% confirms that he was pissed off that they fucked him over. Is it just me, or does him saying that say there was obviously some talk about him being pissed that they abandoned his big scene? I mean, I'm guessing he wanted to do a bunch of stuff in this scene, and they said no, and they fucked him over. I think it's the exact opposite. I think he was pissed that they didn't let him pay honor to the scene that they weren't gonna do in the Sonateer when they transported over here, because he knows the weight that scene carries for Rand. He wanted to do it right. He wanted to make sure that there was a big emotional scene, and they were like, nah, we just want to be done with it. Samuel's dead there. You killed him with a lightning bolt or something. Don't worry about it. Pike equal real life Alaria wasting so many resources on a moment of her own vanity and ego, attempting to recreate something built by someone far greater. True. There is no resentment. He said in the same tone my ex-girlfriend would say that's fine. True. That line may have made sense if it was the fourth thing he said in a sequence. If he asked other questions first, maybe it made sense. I think he was just, I think he was on the spot going, I need to be saying something here. And, and he just was trying to put it together in the middle of a scene. And that's hard, right? Especially a big emotional scene like that. I said it earlier, Rosamund is almost as guilty as Ray. Vanity project to the core. She took something like 30% of her budget as her fee and gave him the confidence and backing to rework the story. Oh, I think Rosamund Pike is just as much to blame. 100%. Imagine being an actor and landing the lead role in the story and being tossed aside. Yeah, exactly. We've said it a million times on this channel. I've said it a million times. Josha Stradowski, when he got this call, must have thought that it's like, I fucking made it. I get to play Randall Thor in a fucking major network telling of the Wheel of Time. This is my big break. I'm here. I've made it. And then this happens. Devastating. The guy, I feel so bad for him. He's got to be crushed. He was the one who brought up resentment. It's okay, Josh. We resent them too. 100% agree.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to rewind this so we can hear it again.
Just standing up and what did the prophecies say moment that captured it.
Yeah, and I'm glad this was the scene as well. There's no resentment whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think at the scene as it was more intimate and really beautiful, and that line to me really it sums it up, and it sets him up for even more purpose.
He's so pissed. Bringing up resentment unprompted is a big tell. Yeah. You could just tell from him talking he's pissed. I see, Minotha. I'm not mad at Josha. I am on the side of Josha got fucked. I will forever be on the side of Josha got fucked over by Rafe, Rosamund Pike, and Amazon. Um, I think he got fucked over. I think he could have done it. And they just screwed him. Just like I think Donald Flynn could have been Matt, and I think even Barney Harris could have been Matt. They didn't give him the fucking stuff to do it. I don't think I've totally forgot his name already, but what's his name? I don't think he ever would have been a good Perrin. I think that was a total miscast right from the get, but you know. It was intimate because he was trying to. I think he feels it's better because, well, it is better than him just sitting there channeling goop, right? He's just trying to make something out of nothing, and you know he probably did make the scene better by trying to inject something that actually made sense into the non-script, right? Marcus Rutherford, there you go, yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, Marcus Rutherford was the wrong parent from the get-go, but agree to disagree if you want.
You know, the list starts there, becomes more radical, and he's already, because of the trial rating, he's already set up for his purpose because he has seen all these sacrifices that his ancestors have made, and then especially with the breakup of Egwene and the breakup of Lanfear, nothing really stands in the way now of Rand saving his people if he's able to do that, or while he's afraid that he will destroy them at the same time.
Huh? The list starts. Hardy because of trying. Why is my doorbell ringing at 9 o'clock at night? I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Sorry, some of my Easton's friends show up at the door at 9 o'clock and hit the doorbell. It's like, what? Okay, sorry. Let's see here. YouTube paying a visit to Prophet to try and talk him out. Dude, I was sort of afraid I was getting my first swatting. Like, holy shit. It's like, no, thank you. Let's not go there. Holy crap! I don't want to ever have a first. There you go. Salva said it. I don't ever want to experience that. So let's never do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Honestly, we talked about that. We talked about that list, right, on us?
Yeah. Yeah, hi, I'm Honest, by the way. Good to meet you, Josha. I was with Matt. We talked about that list, and fans were like, that name has to be that first, that first name on the list. Were you thinking of that? What, when you were filming, when you first read the script, was that always?
What the fuck is he talking about? List of what? Like this guy interviewing sucks ass. Hey, see you later. Yeah, go. Hey. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, sorry. They're going to play capture the flag at night, dude. It's awesome. It's fun shit. Remember when he went out and played capture the flag at night in summer? That's good shit right there. Hopefully he whoops their ass. Okay, sorry. Oh gosh. Yeah, I miss those days too, man. Capture the flag in the middle of the night and during the summer. Yeah, good times. Good times. He's gonna hopefully whoops their ass too. He's the king flag taker. All right, back to this. Yeah, I don't know what this guy is doing. Like this, all of this made no sense. We talked about a list. Yeah, list this. Yeah, honest. Yeah, I know. I'm honest, by the way. Between Josha, he was like when Matt we. Like, what the hell did any of that mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Honestly, we talked about that.
Fun,
we talked about that list, right, on us?
Yeah. Yeah, hi, I'm Honest, by the way. Good to meet you, Josha. I was with Matt. We talked about that list, and fans were like, that name has to be that first, that first name on the list.
I like list of dicks Joshua had to suck in order to get any speaking parts in the show. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he must not have sucked any of them. Good on him. Wish the interviewer would just ask, how does it feel playing the sideline main character of Rand? Do you think changing from the books contributed to the cancellation? You know what? Maybe I. You know what? I would love to reach out to Joshua and try and get an interview. Josha, come on the Prophet of the Dragon channel and tell us how it really is, bro. I want the quick and dirty. You're on this podcast that got like, I don't know. Can you see how many people have listened to something on Spotify? Can you see like how much engagement they have? I don't use Spotify very much, so I don't know. Something for later, but you have more subscribers and viewers than this. Do I? Dude, I would love to, dude. I would love to get the real world word from Josha. I'd take questions from y'all. You guys could be honest about, you guys would be nice and behave. It would be great.
Were you thinking of that? What, when you were filming, when you first?
Lyft says find him or his agent on LinkedIn. Probably your only. You think LinkedIn? I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. Because he's probably, of the whole cast of the show, he's the one I would want to talk to the most, because I feel like he is the one that got fucked the most. I really feel like Josha got fucked. I think he got fucked the most out of anybody. Barney Harris got out of there for whatever reason. I know you already told me freaking that's how the murderer's name. Marcus Rutherford. There you go. Marcus Rutherford should have never been cast to begin with. And Perrin at least got some talking parts. But yeah, Joshua, if I got a single interview for anybody in the show, it would be him, because of how bad they fucked him over.
Just read the script, was that always a part of that kind of discussion?
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Every time there comes up a scene in the books, I'm always looking for, if it makes sense for me in the moment, I'm always gonna fight for that. And but then, some things I can't quite see.
Wow, isn't that interesting? Huh? Is that telling? Oh, you can't see it behind this here. See what we got highlighted over here? Check it out. It's up to the writers and oh boy. Barney saw the writing on the wall. Actually, you know what? I would love to get an interview with Barney Harris too. I really, 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 really want to know if that's why he left. I want to know the real reason. If it was family, if it was a drug thing, if it was something else, I really want to know the actual reason. Speaking of getting up with these people, what's the status on the cameo video by Galad? Oh, we never really went into that. We sort of talked about it, but that costs like $50 to get done or something like that. I don't know that we did any more did anything else other than research that costs $50. The only reason Amazon acquired the IP for Wheel of Time was because because of its pre-installed IP fan base, the one they shit all over. Of course, it was the reason the show failed. I don't believe any other data point. You're 100% right. They fucked up. Yeah, we said that from day one here. They had millions of people that would have supported them and brought it's the exact same thing with Game of Thrones. The original Game of Thrones fans, the original Song of Ice and Fire fans were the ones that initially started watching the show. They enjoyed what they saw, and they started bringing other people in because of the word of mouth and the good following and the good feedback that people got from it. So all the baked-in fan base started the initial craze for it, and then the talk was so widespread about it that it kept bringing more and more people in till it became the level that Game of Thrones got to. I truly believe that Wheel of Time could have done that with its huge following and surpassed Game of Thrones no problem. I think Wheel of Time should have been much bigger than Game of Thrones. You should have had people saying, "I need my next Wheel of Time," not my next. I need the Game of Thrones, because I think Wheel of Time could have surpassed Game of Thrones by a country mile easily. We didn't do a car wash. No, we didn't do anything. So, yeah, but instead you shit all over the source material. The baked-in fan base ran as fast as they could, and here we are with this shitty fucking piece of crap that we're left with. If Barney Harris came on stream and said the reason he dropped out was because he couldn't keep up with all the coke every day everybody was snorting, he would instantly be the greatest actor of all time. Oh shit, we're live again. Surprised I was cutting grass again here and the ass end of a swampland, Louisiana. Oh man, your grass is out of control, brother. All right, here we go. We're gonna get into the. We'll see what this really says here in a second.
Every time there comes up a scene in the books, I'm always looking for if it makes sense for me in the moment. I'm always gonna fight for that. And
I find it funny that he says every time we're coming towards a scene that's in the book. That means that most of the shit isn't from the book. You know what I mean? Every time we're going towards a scene that's in the book, I have to prepare myself because most of the scenes aren't in the book, and I'm shocked because there's a book scene. Right? It's just like every 2 times. Wheel of Time is less cynical and much more optimistic series. You're right. It could have easily beat Game of Bone. Yep. 100%. Every time we get close to a book scene, I have to prepare myself to see how they ruin it. There you go. That's it. It's like Mad Libs.
but then, you know, some things I can't quite see. It's up to the writers.
All right. So Staplebo nailed it. Every time we come up to a scene that's in the books, I'm always looking for if it makes sense. So every time we come up to a book scene, I'm shocked because we don't do many of those. And then he says, but then, you know, some things I can't quite see. And then they change all of it, so it's not a book scene at all. It's something else that I've never seen before. There you go.
There's a Rafe, the showrunner, to see that where that's going. But I can tell you that I'm always aware of that, you know. Yeah.
Wow. There was a little bit of sass on that one.
But then, you know, some things I can't quite see. It's up to the writers and Rafe, the showrunner, to see that where that's going.
So, in other words, we get to a book scene, they fuck it up. It's on them. I have nothing to do with that. I can't control it.
But I can tell you that I'm always aware of that, you know.
There you go. And he's aware that they're fucking it up. That's what it sounds like to me. If you're unpacking what he's saying, when we're coming towards a book scene in the script, I can see when it's coming and I'm prepared for it. Then they edit it, and it's up to Rafe and whoever to be the ones controlling it and editing it. It's up to them, not up to me. And I am fully aware when they're ruining a scene from the books because I've read the books. That's what that feels like he's saying to me, the undertext. But that's just me. Maybe I'm putting words in his mouth. I'm always aware they had Egwene steal my fight with Ishmael. Pretty much, yep. Sounds like he's having some existential dread when the book part came up because he knew it would be butchered. Yep. Every time there's a book scene, he fights to make it like the book. He has to fight to keep it like the book. Yep. 100%. His tone is reminiscent of Sanderson, Green, and Hatch watching Wheel of Prime, trying to stay PC. A little bit. A little bit. I can imagine him having the shock of his life when a book scene comes up. He probably tried to fight for the scene to happen only to get shot down. Every time. Every time, I'm sure. Yep. Henry Cavill, Witcher feels. Absolutely. Agreed with that one.
Yeah.
When Perrin goes to the Two Rivers, I'm the one that's saying, I'm not here, but where's Tem?
Oh! Where's Tam? Boom! 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 Where's Tam? That's fucking right. That's a great question, Josha. Where's Tam? Oh my god, that is fucking awesome. We're listening to that one again.
And Rafe, the showrunner, to see that where that's going. But I can tell you that I'm always aware of that. You know,
yeah.
When Perrin goes to the Two Rivers, I'm the one that's saying, I'm not here, but where's Tem? You know.
They're laughing because they know it's bullshit. Holy shit, dude! I'm just gonna let it play without pausing.
But I can tell you that I'm always aware of that. You know,
yeah.
When Perrin goes to the Two Rivers, I'm the one that's saying, I'm not here, but where's Tem? You know.
He said the same.
we were asking the same question. Yes, but you know,
yeah. I think everybody that has a brain was asking the same question. Yes, Tam is still out getting smokes at Terran Fair. Yeah, exactly. That confirms exactly what we're just saying about the last line. He knows the book scenes. He's fighting for the book scenes. He's getting shot down. There's nothing he can do about it. And but he knows they're fucking it up because he read it. He knows they're fucking it up. 50 people in chat. Thank you very, very much for being here, guys. Oh, let me put you guys back up there. Sorry. I took it down so you could see him call Rafe his special name. Hey, thank you, Jeremy, for the memberships. Consider becoming a member, support the channel or something. I can use your help. I love you guys. Tam went out for milk and never came back. Yeah. Him and the womanizer, Matt's dad. They're all with the surviving Ibarras, right? Because the Ibarras survived. Exactly. With everything he is saying, remember that he was the creative mind behind Rand giving the poor kid a coin in Carhian, because nothing from that part was Rand-like, and he fought to get that in there. That's true also. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. We'll take a quick second, but in season 2, when Rand is walking the streets of Carhian, I think it's right before he murders the guy, isn't it, Gadfly? Isn't it right before he commits his first murder? He's trying to catch up to Perrin. Right before Rand picks up his first kill, gets his first cold-blooded murder. He gives a kid a coin because he's hungry, and I thought he also handed a kid a piece of bread or something too. But there were a few scenes where Rand, where Josha, tried to show the kindness of Rand looking out for other people because the show wasn't doing the work. Yep, not even prompted about it. Just yep. Oh, you're talking about the Tam thing. Yeah, true. He's out selling that Two Rivers tobacco. Yeah, man. I mean, that's good stuff. Rafe had to make sure Mascom was in the show. Get him some attention. 100%. He knew the show was over, so they had to get Maxim some screen time because Maxim needs to get into the show. Because Rafe knows that Mascom, being a much better looking man than Rafe, was if Rafe couldn't give him a show to be on, he was going to leave him. Season 4 plot twist: Tam and Matt's dad are a secret item and are hiding in a closet their closeted love. 100%. 100%. 100%. All right, here we go.
In terms of, you talked about that darkness, that growing darkness in Rand.
I do want to say it's pretty interesting how this guy made a quick right turn when they started talking smack and about the show. Just saying.
And he's felt anger and hatred towards himself.
Okay.
That he needs to become something maybe he doesn't like at all, and it's something that just needs to be done. So, what does duty mean to Rand at the end? By the end of season 3,
who fucking knows? Just shit question, bro.
What does what mean to Rand?
Duty.
Even Josha's like, what the fuck are you asking me? Duty means cheating on your girlfriend with Lanfear. Hell yes. It's a very stupid question. Yeah. Joshua basically said the same thing we all did who are watching, trying to decipher this question. What?
Duty.
I think I need a better duty.
Well,
he's having to think because this is a hard question for fucking, since Rand in the show is not, duty bound at all.
It was never about him, right? I think that's what he's coming to realize.
Ooh, that's a double pronged. I think that's another poke at the production staff. It was never about him. The show, indeed, the show that should be about Rand al'Thor is not about Rand al'Thor at all. Is that another just him poking the show, going, the show sucks? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Is there a double meaning inside there? Is that? I'm wondering if there's a double meaning in there. Him going, yeah, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about my character, even though it should have been. Absolutely double meaning. I think so. He's doing a memory of light quote to cope, I think. Well, yeah, that's what he's saying too. But I think there's something else to him using that besides for, making what I'm saying. Yes, it is a realization of the books. It's way later, like Staplebo said and Gadfly said. But I think saying that the way he said that, I think there's also, yeah, the show was never about me either. So take it for what it is, right? Maybe. Or I could be reading way too much into it.
Lies. Also with Osera's death, he is now seeing what, he speaks about the prophecy even in episode 1 in such a ironic way. You see, look,
keep going.
Looks at Dragonman and he says, on the slopes of Dragonman shall the child be born, like a teenager, really.
Does he say this in season 1? Does he have lines in season? I don't think he has like 4. They filmed a scene that wasn't in the show. I just don't remember him.
You know, he speaks about the prophecy even in episode 1 in such
I don't remember him speaking about prophecy at all.
a ironic way. He looks at Dragonman and he says, "On the slopes of Dragonman shall the child be born." You know, like a
Doesn't he just sort of? Well, Is it when they're walking up to Tarvalin on the street? He says something like that. They filmed a scene in season 3, episode 1, where he gives a speech looking at Dragamount. Then they cut it and replaced it with him talking to Moraine on the balcony. Really? Are you serious?
teenager, really. And I feel like slowly he's coming to realize that it's much more serious than he thinks. After Radiant, he will never be able to say that line in the same way ever again, you know? And the same is with Alcera, you know, the same it comes with, if he channels now, I feel it's with intention, and it's also knowing the consequence that that list is gonna go on.
Oh, we're talking about the dead female list? Josha, you're stretching there, buddy. So we're talking about the redhead being I feel like we're colliding in two things here. So I don't remember him talking about prophecy in that way. And I think he's trying to equate the dead Io girl as the first person on the list that he recites repeatedly over to him in the books to try and personally attach more meaning to it for himself. So when he's saying lists, he's talking about the list of dead women he recites to himself and saying that the girl is the first person on it. Yeah, the dead. I don't know her fucking name. You guys can tell me 5 times. I'll never remember it. But the dead IO girl is apparently the first woman on the list now, and that's what he's referring to try and give it more meaning to himself. It sounds like. I don't know. And then the whole bit about him talking about prophecy, I don't know. I sort of leaning towards Alex's explanation because I don't remember seeing anything like that in the show. So it being a cutscene follows for me.
But he has to do it, and that's what he has when he goes to Al Dol. Is he knows that he might break these people, but he knows also that he has to save them. So he will do what must be done, and that is, I think, that is the duty that you were talking about.
Yeah. Just talking about Rand's kind of relationships, we find that, when Rand finds out what Lanfear's
when Rand finds out he may that's what I'm talking about, like on the road to Tarvalin, when they may be there when they're like on the Tarvalin road and they first see Dragamount behind Tarvalin. It might be there. I'm not 100% sure.
been doing to Egwene. It seems like a breaking point in that relationship.
I like how it's translated to Dwayne. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. When Rand finally realizes Lanfear is evil only because she heard Egwene instead of a mass murderer in season 2, and several other things. Dwayne the Mole Johnson. There you go.
Both with Egwene and
Wait, what? Hold on. Where's
You were talking about.
just talking about Rand's kind of relationships, we find out, when Rand finds out what Lanfear's been doing to Egwene, it seems like a breaking point in that relationship, both with Egwene and Lanfear. But prior to that,
Wait a second. What? So when Rand finds out that Lanfear is torturing and manipulating Egwene in the dream, this makes Rand want to break up with both of them? Because Lanfear is a torturing, mean person and Egwene is a pussy bitch? Is that why? Rand's like, Egwene, you are so much less attractive because Lanfear has made you a bitch in Tar. And I can't be with a bitch. I'm the Dragon Reborn. Looky here. You're such a bitch. How are you letting her do you like that? I can't believe it. All right, moving on.
did Rand really think that he could turn Lanfear to the light?
Was this ever a thing? Was this ever a consideration that like it was never really acknowledged that she was even a dark friend? He just liked the boner. Is that what they're doing? Like they really want you to think that the devil is going to turn to the light? I guess she does pray to the light. You're right. Yeah, is that really what they? I guess that's what they want us to believe, that there was a chance that Lanfear could come back to the light. What a fucking joke! Oh God, yeah. Now that that's definitely there. Oh God, let's see what he says to this.
Well, at times it seems like she's the only one that really understands him, and that's why I was a fan of Lanfear.
Boo. Yeah, well, you want to know why she's the only Josha? Let's. The reason that she's the only one that knows him is because she's the only one that has any real fucking screen time with him. That's everybody else is pretty much secluded and away from him, except for a few small scenes in the beginning of the season. Season 3. Well, I should change. Season 3, there's more people around Rand finally, but from all of season 2 is basically with Lanfear. So of course, there's nobody else around him to trust. Oh my gosh. He did. He need to keep up on the rent because he always may go back to Carrion. That's true. Lanfear was killing people left and right. That's why she's redeemed. Well, yeah, of course, right? Of course. They wanted Lanfear to be morally gray like everyone else on the Buddy Show. Yeah. What a bunch of bullshit. They abandoned the Ingtar redemption ploy, so they had to find a way to put it back in there. Yes, oh, Lanfear and her, yeah, totally Fatal Attraction. Yep, 100%, 100%.
You know, that's why I was always hoping that they would marry each other. The idea of marrying
Stop talking, Josha. You're hurting yourself here.
Satan, I think I loved that really.
Boo!
And
You're hurting yourself. You're stop hitting yourself, Josha. You stop hitting yourself. I guess this is the part of when in Rome, let's just fuck it up. If we're gonna fuck it up, let's just fuck it up. Good night, Cyan. How we going, buddy? You think that's a dig? I don't know. I don't know.
she does accept him in a way that no one else does. And you know, Egwene, he's just scratching the surface. With Moraine, there's so many tricks and games, and I guess the person that is actually the best in the tricks and games is turns out to be Lanfear.
Well, you know, yeah, I guess so. Since you're both convinced that you were hurting each other because it was the right thing to do. Yeah, you have yourself and Moron are both convinced that you guys trying to kill each other on a repeated basis is good for you guys. So yeah, that is Lanfear doing that, convincing you guys that you guys should continue to kill each other. Keep killing each other. It's good. Trust me. It only hurts a little bit when you die, okay? Oh, if only there were characters named Min, Elaine, or Avienda that Rand could have had a relationship. I mean, they had this long ass boat ride too, right? Damn. I still want to know what happened on the boat ride.
But yeah, I think that was he's not. Well, he was definitely naive, but also I think he did actually see a very narrow path for the both of them. But it turns out she doesn't understand him at all. It's really not about him; it's about something else. And
yeah, it's about her.
That's why he pushes her away, because she really crossed the line. For
Rand pushes Lanfear away not because she's the devil, but because he was torturing his ex-girlfriend. That's how bad this show screwed up. Avienda, Min, Elaine, and Egwene. Josha wanted Rand to be with Lanfear. Yep. Really, the lady who sold her soul to the embodiment of Sorry about that. Somehow, I guess my internet went down for a second. I don't know, but we're back. Sorry about that. Apparently, I got harpooned by the internet. Maybe they didn't like that we're shining a light on how stupid this show is. Men are so simple, just be nice to them. This is Lanfear's brilliant screaming that neither Moraine nor Egwene could match. I'm back. I'm back. I got it. We're good. We're good. This StreamYard's fucking Jonathan, good to see you. I recall that line, William. Men are so simple, just be nice to them. I wish they would. Are you telling me that's how good I can just be like, good? Yes. They basically took one of the best high fantasy stories ever written and turned it into a bad teen drama. Yep, a bad CW teen drama. It's even worse. I know I do. I know I do. I know. Being nice to men is what makes Lanfear evil.
Forever. But I still feel while he does it, there is, I think the secret he carries is that he still would. I think what he says is,
What the fuck? Did he just have a seizure?
forever. But I still feel while he does it, there is, I think the secret he carries is that he still would. I think what he says is, I will not, today I will not kill you, but tomorrow I will. So that's the leftover of love there still is, I guess.
What was that? Good night, Nick. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Good luck with the kiddos. It sounds like he almost stopped himself from saying something.
About him, it's about something else, and that's why he pushes her away, because she really crossed the line forever. But I still feel while he does it, there is, I think the secret he carries is that he still would.
I think he stopped himself from saying he's still with Lanfear. It's not school. It's not school for me for my kids until the end of this month. So I got a little bit. Yeah, no, he's doing much better than he's doing great. But I don't know that this was a language barrier thing. We're watching Descent into Madness playing with the taint again. Or maybe just maybe there is a behavior Rand has towards all women that kind of prevents him from engaging in violence toward. No, Gadfly, no. Well, that's a little harsh. I'm not saying it's not true, but August 20th for me. See you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. He still would F her, maybe? Sorry, I brought the dark one into reality, but I still F. Yeah, well, I mean, she's the only one that will. But see, here's the line. But if I still feel while he does it, there's a secret he carries is that he's still with blank. There's a long blank, then I, like he's panicking that he said something. I think what he says is, I will not today, I will not kill you, but tomorrow I will. So I think he was gonna, like, I think this is probably a bit of like the season 4 storyline, was he was probably still gonna be fucking around with Lanfear. Because, unfortunately, it's one of the things that the show forgivers loved the most was Lanfear and Rand's relationship, which breaks so much of the show. It's ridiculous, but or will break so much of everything. But they love their Lanfear Rand shipping, don't they? Got to have that Lanfear Rand shipping. So, all right, here we go. That was just a weird one.
I think what he says is, I will not, today I will not kill you, but tomorrow I will. So that's the leftover of love there still is, I guess.
Right. Can Rand trust himself to love again, though?
What the? You have the star, what should be the star of the show here, and you're asking what the fuck kind of question is that? Yes. Just don't get into a love affair with the devil. Leave Satan alone. It's real easy. Don't fucking don't get in a relationship with the girl that you know is a piece of shit. I mean, he knowingly stays in a relationship with the devil after knowing, it's like, hey, at first I'm just fucking you to pay the rent. Now I find out that there's an ulterior motive. You're actually the devil. Well, this isn't gonna work. No, he keeps fucking the devil because she's good at it. I mean, it's just a shit question too. It's like, what? Why? Why are you asking this shit question?
Oh, I love that question.
What? You love that question? Who are you? Are you the other guy?
Right. Can Rand trust himself to love again, though?
Oh, I love that question.
You're an asshole.
I think in a way, no, he can't, because it's so dangerous, but I know he will.
The answer is yes, he has to, or he fucking will kill the world. Look, guys. There's this thing everybody likes to bring up called Darth Rand. Right? So, if Rand doesn't learn to love again, or love, he turns into Satan Rand. Satan Rand kills the world. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty important thing that Rand loves again. He says he loves Egwene still, even though he was in a relationship with Lanfear. He still says he loves Egwene. So what the fuck kind of a question is this? Jonathan, there's some better stuff earlier in the interview. I think this is partially bad interview people. They're asking him some really retarded questions. But if I jumped in on this part of the interview, I would be thinking the exact same thing as you, 100%. Yeah, it's a terrible question.
And I know he does because that's also who he is. That's the whole thing about him. That's when he has this conversation with the Dark One at the very end. He says, "There's one thing you can't take away from me, and that is the love that Tam gave me." And I think
I have Tam again, yay.
that's why he is the Dragon Reborn, because that will never go away. Whatever you would do to him, even if you take his loved ones away. So I feel, in a way, he shouldn't trust that, but in a way, you also should, because that's really what stands him apart. And of course,
I wonder if this is a little bit of a language barrier thing here, because he's doing like a little double talk here. I'm not sure.
he will go through phases where he will let no one close and he will become ice cold. But
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of him, that there is always this bit of the shepherd, and that comes out when Ostera, for example, shows up. He's just come out of Radiant. He's just faced this truth, which is kind of unbearable.
He's getting his show pieces and his book pieces mixed up right here. What he learns in Rodion for himself is not that big a deal. It's bad for the Aiel Nation, but for him, it's not that big a deal. In the show.
And he wishes that he could go back to the Two Rivers. And then he sees this kid, and that is what he will always protect, is the kid in him, in a way, and that's the shepherd.
He's trying to connect the show to the books here, but I'm not biting. Most of the time in the books he's protecting women, people too, but he's hell-bent on not harming women, not kids. I mean, of course, kids too, but protecting everybody, really.
And I think that's why that symbolizes her death, also symbolizes a death of himself, in a way, to go even deeper.
Yeah.
Because in a way he is like Sarah. In a way he is not aware of how powerful he is.
I think he's trying to connect them, and it's not working. He's putting in a big effort to try, but
He's just as naive as her. And then he sees what happens if you're reckless. You pay the price.
What price did he pay? Go on, Josha. Nothing happened to her. That's the whole problem with that scene. Is nothing happens to her. She doesn't even float. He channels all that power into her, and nothing happens. She doesn't turn into a zombie. She doesn't turn into a puppet, a mindless puppet. Nothing happens. So you don't see what happens after the consequences of him trying to use all that power to do something that he shouldn't be done. So he's trying to connect. He's trying his best to try and connect things to the show to keep it alive, but it's not working.
And from that moment on, he's aware of what that price is, and that is so dark. But I also love it in a way.
Maybe he forgot what actually happened in the scene, because nothing happens in the scene. Is he tries to revive her? They go, "Hey, cut it out," and he stops. Alex, he says it right at the beginning of this. That's where they spend the first part of the interview. Alex, was him saying how that scene they ran out of time and they rushed him, and half the lines in that line are him ad-libbing. Yeah, so before you got here, he went over how most of that scene was rushed, and most of that scene was rushed, and any of the words on it were basically ad-libbed by him because the scene just called for him to be sitting there channeling. So yeah, if you have time, go back and listen to the beginning of the. If you don't want to listen to the beginning of my stream, you can listen to the podcast. But yeah, he basically talks about how they only had a day or two to wrap it up, or in a few hours, and then they fucked it up, and then they only had like the last day, and most of the characters that were in that scene weren't on the call sheet for that day. So they couldn't really do anything except for what they did because everybody wasn't there. So it's like it was a complete logistical bullshit nightmare. I agree with him. I love the books too. Josha does have a love for the books. That is true. He does. Honestly, though, it sounds like his vision of the show is better than what we got because I didn't see any of that. I do think. Look, I do think he tried the best he could, and I do think and just listening to him talk, it sounds like he was hoping for a much better product because he is trying to connect the book to what we got on the screen very hard. He's trying to make a connection, and it's not working very well because it's not connected. But he's trying because he loves the books too. So
the rebirth side of that is
exactly, and this
it's not helping that these two guys interviewing him are dog shit. But
good to himself, as you mentioned before, of the man he needs to become.
Yeah.
Because at the start of this season, there's a lot of hate towards other people around him because they start to make weird moves and society pushing him in a different way, and that.
Hate of people around him. What, of land fear? The devil? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
That's where the so-called madness comes out. But the real madness comes out, I think, is mostly the hate towards himself that we see that is being born in that moment when he kills Sarah. That's the first name on the list.
Yeah, he keeps going back to the list of women, and it doesn't work, buddy. He's trying very hard to connect the Rand's the pain Rand feels at killing women to this one scene that they didn't give a fuck about any of that shit. Rand hasn't had that emotional breakdown yet about, him killing women and how it's going to scar him for life. That never happened. So he's trying real hard to connect the two. So that's why he keeps saying lists, but it's not working, man.
Josha, we have to that's our time, man. This is amazing. Oh man, talking to you about this stuff, we can go on and on, but
you haven't asked him anything.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, it does, man. The final, I just want to end with this this really quick one. It's just a fun one. We've gone deep and dark.
Do I have to say one word?
Yeah, exactly. It's a one word. Which of the three young men from the Two Rivers is actually the best at talking to women now? Is it Rand, Matt, or Perrin?
I think Matt. I think Matt is. Oh, no doubt, it's Matt.
There you go, everybody out there. Josha was awesome talking to you, man. It was great. It was great to.
So I don't know if this was the whole. I guess this was the whole podcast. It seems it starts in a weird way. this weird upside down podcast. I don't know who these people are, but they're I don't know. It's I don't know how Josha decided to go talk to them. Josha, if you ever read this, I would love to talk to you. I would ask you some great questions. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there, bud. I do want to do one thing before we take off, though. There's a bunch of good stuff in there, dude. Josha is trying real hard, but there is a big moment in that interview where he is just here. I'll bring it back up real quick because I think it's cool because he's talking about the scene where the girl dies, Sarah, whatever her fucking name is. I feel terrible for. I'll keep saying it forever. I feel terrible for him. He should be one of the most popular guys on the planet Earth right now.
Dreams on the.
So let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, here it is, right here. So this is a good part right here.
Talk about that. I just want you to know, all the things you just told us, man. That just standing up and what did the prophecies say moment that captured it. Like,
yeah, and I'm glad this was the scene as well. There's no resentment whatsoever.
So he brings up that there's no resentment about the scene where, the scene, the Stone of Tears scene that is now in Roydion, with Samael being dead instead of, it being right. He's going in just before that, him talking about there being no resentment towards anybody. He's going back and talking about how the scene wasn't given any time. They only had a couple, and we go back a couple days later. We only had 3 takes, and that most of the he says that most of the lines of dialogue are him improvising because the scene was just written as him sitting there channeling. So he improvised dialogue himself because it didn't seem right to just have him standing there channeling, which I agree with. It doesn't seem right. But we didn't have enough time. We only had 2 to 3 hours that day. And he was shooting 2 other scenes. So it's amazing. And you can see it. The amount of problems they had. Josha, and you can see it in those scenes where he's, killing the redhead girl. It's they didn't give him enough time. They didn't give him any direction. Sounds like he did a lot of improv to try and make it better and make it work because it was already a shit scene. And they didn't want to dedicate any time to it. So that's why he's saying at that point, there's no resentment, which I think is completely showing that there is resentment. Because one of his bigger scenes, they decided that they didn't have time to do and didn't care about it, and just said, "Fuck it, we'll take what we got. What we have is good enough. Screw it. We don't want to do any better." So, I think the fact that he brought up that I've no resentment whatsoever about the scene, I think that shows that there probably is some resentment. So, I hope anybody that missed the first half of the stream goes back and listens. Sorry, Aldan, I wish you could have been here. There were some bangers in there. Yeah. Well, you're still a member. Good. So you didn't miss out on the memberships. Thank you again, Jeremy, for the memberships. Real quick though, just like Henry Cavill's in The Witcher, I wish Josha had wrote the whole show. Agreed. I think if Josha wrote the show, I still think it would have been a hell of a lot better. You can tell that dude knows the source. You could tell he's read the books. You could tell he has a love for the books, and you could tell that he is still trying to be a team player for the show. And do what he needs to do to keep a job. It's basically, it sounds like it's just a job to him now, unfortunately. But you can tell that he's trying to be a good, front leading man and trying to keep his show alive. But too bad for him that he got fucked. One would have thought that they would have ensured that they had the time available for the main character's scenes. Oh, right. He's not the main character in this. Exactly. Exactly right. That's 100% Matt Hatch. Wait, what are you talking about? The guy interviewing, you think that's Matt Hatch? I don't think so. It's on that other podcast. I don't know what the hell that is. The other voice, yep. 100%. No, it wasn't. Hold on. So you're saying Matt Hatch is hiding in this weird podcast? Is that what you're saying? Because why wouldn't Matt Hatch just do this on his own on Dusty Wheel? But Ensemble, it's all about them. Let's make it Alana's dead ward of the main. 100%, yes. Because Mask of he also that's also true. Sellouts. He does throw shade at them for not having Tam in the Battle of the Two Rivers. Here, that's a good highlight. I'll bring it up. Where is it? That was a great thing. Oh gosh, where? It's here somewhere. I really want to find it because it's one of the best parts of the interview. There it is. All right, here we go. This is good.
But then, some things I can't quite see. It's up to the writers and Rafe, the showrunner, to see that where that's going. But I can tell you that I'm always aware of that.
Yeah.
When Perrin goes to the Two Rivers, I'm the one that's saying, I'm not here, but where's Tem?
Where's Tam? Boom. Throwing shots at him. Love it. Yep. So that's Josha. That Josha is throwing some shade. What's Hatch? Hold on. The laugh, you think?
I can tell you that I'm always aware of that.
Yeah.
When Perrin goes to the Two Rivers, I'm the one that's saying, I'm not here, but where's Tem?
He said the same.
That's not Hatch.
We were asking the same question. Yes.
That's not Hatch. I don't think I don't think that's Matt Hatch, dude. That's his laugh. Then why is it on this weird? I don't understand why it's here and not on the Dusty Wheel. Why is it not on the Dusty Wheel? It doesn't make any sense. Dude, he hasn't posted anything for 3 months. Well, Tower of Midnight, Wheel of Time reaction and predictions. Wow, you've already read the book. Why are you making predictions? I don't understand. So I don't see. This is why I'm also like confused, right? I don't know why Brandon Sanderson is in the title of this podcast. Brandon Sanderson is not in this podcast at all. I have 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, he's not in this podcast at all. So I don't know why he's there. I don't know why he's in the title at all. He never showed up. And like I don't know if there's like more at the beginning of the podcast, because you can see where it starts. Like it starts very weirdly. Dreams on the show, man. So, like that's you can see where it starts very abruptly. Like
Dreams on the show, man. So
I don't think that's Matt Hatch. You think that's Matt Hatch? Shit, you're right. You're right. Shit, you're right. God damn it. You're right, it is him. So what the fuck is going on then? I don't understand.
you two, I can't believe it's been a year.
All right, there's one. I'm gonna go fast.
Dreams on this show, man. So
It's definitely him. Yeah, I know. I went down a rabbit hole. Gadfly. I couldn't like all this stuff. Like for the like I looked at their Instagram, I looked at their Twitter. There are no subscribers on their YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has like 11 subscribers. Uh, I have no idea what is going on here. I don't know who Jason K is. This podcast is nothing. I would love to invite Joshua on the channel. I would give him a proper interview. I would actually probably ask him very little about the show, because I wouldn't want to put him in that position. I would probably ask him some Wheel of Time book questions. I'd have to ask him some show questions. I'd get some questions from you guys, but I would love to have him on the show. I'd try to make him look real good, because the poor guy got fucked over. I really believe that. I am wondering if this got stolen. I don't like, because it doesn't seem like a full interview. And like just looking at that, like something weird is going on with this. Because you're right, It's totally Matt Hatch just putting one to one together. So I completely agree with you now. That is totally Matt Hatch. But this is where it starts. This is where the podcast, at least this snippet of it.
Dreams on the show, man. So
Oh yeah, I see. That's true. You probably need more.
that's true. We do have a crew.
I don't know what's going on. So it's like they had a conversation prior, and then they didn't want to include it because Sanderson is we listened to the whole thing. There's nothing Brandon Sanderson in it at all. I wonder if he did an interview for for Sanderson's channel or something. Like I don't know. It's very strange. Well, he wouldn't need to steal the spot. Matt Hatch works for Brandon Sanderson. I mean, it's so weird. Josh Stradowski and Brandon Sanderson, Wheel of Time. There's nothing. Wheels of Time. I love how it's Wheels of Time too. It's not Wheel of Time. It's Wheels of Time. To try and get, but it's like you would think you would spell Wheel of Time right first. I don't know. The whole thing is strange. And nobody's talking about this interview either. This is so here. It's just very weird. So this is the Upside Down Podcast YouTube channel. There's 11 subscribers, 14 videos. Kaga Jason, this guy right here is supposed to be this guy. Join Kaga Jason, but better known as Jason K. So apparently that's supposed to be this guy. You click on this, and it's a whole bunch of Let's Plays of or song videos. Or Among Us videos. So I have no idea what that is. So I merchandise, Spotify. I don't. I'm so confused. This is so weird. Anybody? Is this the same interview as the one on Matt Hash's channel from like 4 months ago? Is it? That's a great question. Is that on Dusty Wheel? Holy shit, it's stolen. It's 100% stolen. Holy shit! I guess we should fucking actually do the right thing and let Matt Hatch know. Yeah, I'm gonna do the right thing and do that. This is 1-to-1 stolen. I don't.
Man, that just standing up and what did the prophecies say moment that captured it. Like,
Yeah, and I'm glad.
That's exactly from the. That's exactly. That is 100%. Uh. How do I get a hold of Matt Hatch? Maybe through. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it looks like this is completely stolen. It's a 1-to-1 from this one. I just if you listen to the line he said right here, it's completely stolen. Just wanted to give you a heads up. It looks like this person has stolen your content. You may have given permission. Not sure, but all right. Hopefully, yeah, that's no good. Sorry, that's no good. Yeah, this was this was Matt Hatch's interview.
One of the
Josha, man,
Hello,
it's good to see
It's funny because I wanted to find the beginning before the
you
dreams
again.
part.
My co-host honestly, he's not on screen just yet with us, but he's here
Look,
with us. And,
two people.
that's right.
I feel intimidated.
You need two, honestly, to run 12-hour live streams on this show, man. So
Oh yeah, I see. That's true. You probably need more.
that's true. We do have a crew.
Yep, that's the beginning of it right there. That's wild.
See, that's true. You probably need more.
He's here
Look,
with us.
2 people.
That's right.
I feel intimidated.
You need two, honestly, to run 12-hour live streams on this show, man. So
it's streams, not dreams. So at the beginning here where it says dreams, it's not stream. So okay, that's, you see where it says dreams on the show? He says streams. Jesus Christ. I don't know. There's a bunch of interviews. I don't know when he posted all those interviews. We may have to go back and look at some of them. Yeah, if only yeah, so this is this is not good. So is there a way to report this guy? I don't know. Well, I'll have to look at that later. That's wild. Well, I sent a message to Dusty Wheel on Twitter. I don't I don't know if he's gonna I don't know if he's gonna respond to me. I don't know if I should maybe I should post something on, maybe I should post a comment on here too. What do you think? So what did who say? I don't know what you mean. What did who say? Matt? Matt Hatch hasn't responded. I don't know if he will or not, but I can't change the title right now. I can later. I don't mention the Upside Down podcast anywhere. So I can change all that. I would leave a comment in there. Let me see here. So you think I should? All right, I'll leave a comment. I don't know if he'll I may be blocked on Twitch or on or not on Twitch, on X. I don't know. Okay. There's no way this podcast is connected to Matt Hatch, right? Yeah, there's no way. Right? There's no way. Make sure to highlight so the notification goes to actual eyes. Oh, at him? Yeah. What at do at? Like that? Is that gonna do it? That's I'm not gonna do too much about it. Someone's listened to this interview on Spotify as their own. Not sure if you aware this, but wanted to make sure that you were. Good. I think that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah. There's no way. So, do you think I should link the podcast in the YouTube chat too? Comment or? Yeah. Yeah. Link it too. Okay. All right. Well. All right. That's fucking weird. That's bullshit too. Whether I agree with Matt Hatch or not, it's his it's his product. They shouldn't that's fucking it's not even worth reporting the YouTube channel. It's got 11 fucking people. So yeah, so it's well, that was Matt Hatch's interview, not those fucking hacks over there. Fuck them. Um, so yeah, so I sent him a message. Hopefully he gets it. Weird, very fucking weird. Whether I agree with Matt or not on our stance on the Wheel of Time or not, he puts work into his channel and his product, and obviously he does. It's his one of the ways he makes money. So that's not cool. So yeah, just the right thing to do. Report that fucker. Hopefully if he has no knowledge, he does now, and he can take care of it whatever way he wants to. Because that's hey, it's just yeah, I'd be pissed if somebody was taking my shit and passing it off as their own. So it's just the right thing to do. So hopefully he can take care of it. And yeah, that fucking sucks. I would have just listened to his interview if I knew it was theirs. Right? I mean, he's got a bunch more. I don't know where all these came from either. Like they all showed up at the same time, it looks like. He's got a whole bunch. He's got one with the the Aelfin guy. I don't remember these being up before. So we may have to take a look at some of these. Because there's yeah, like that's crazy. So there's How did we miss it? So there's one. He's got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 interviews. I don't know how we missed all these. So, oh my God, Taylor Napier. Do I dare open it up? Do I dare open it up right now? This stream could go for another 8 hours. Do I open? Do I open? Yeah. True, Gadfly. Do I dare open the Taylor Napier or the Ailfin interview up right now? We've already been going for almost 3 hours. I mean, I'm game. If you, I didn't know these were here. I have no idea where they came from. Did you say LinkedIn? Somebody said LinkedIn for Josh's. Um. No, not there. I would love. I don't know. There's got to be some way to reach out to Joshua. Screen rant distracted me. Let's try. It's true. I'll let you know if he responds or not. Yeah. Yeah, the Joshua one has 11K. That's true. It's the definitely. You got that one. The Joshua one's actually doing really good. This is the Madeline Madden one has none. Cape Fleetwood's got a few. Yep. Everybody wants to know how pissed off Rand is that he didn't get to be in his show. Don't go to be 8 till 6 a.m.
Robert, nice to meet you. My name is Matt Hatch, and I run a live call and talk show all about the Wheel and villains. And so I got to know, like, what is it about creatures and villains that are so compelling for you?
Of interesting creatures and characters over the last decade of magic and things like that, and to do a day of prosthetics and something on one avenue. I think it kind of opened my eyes to like, oh wow, like this kind of imagination, an imaginary world is
A world.
yeah. It's hard to kind of grasp really. Every now and then you just get this sudden moment. Star Wars stuff I've done kind of wrong and just kind of
And you sound very familiar, like the love and respect for Tolkien's worlds. Like, what was your familiarity with the Wheel of Time like before you were chosen for this?
Is this where he says 0? Is this where he says none? I'm assuming this is where he says 0. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm ashamed to say I hadn't read Wheel of Time at all. Before I got this role.
Okay.
But I can only be grateful for the fact that it's been brought to my attention. I'd watched when I got the audition, when I auditioned for this role, I had watched season 1 and 2. And I loved it. It was this beautiful fantasy.
Found just like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is interesting. What was compelling about this character for you?
For the Eilfin.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just what I think is most compelling.
Hey, Trip, look at you. All right, I'm gonna have to. Thanks, Trip. I'm gonna actually look into that. I loved it. I loved to interview him. Thank you very much, Trip. That would be crazy. It was a job, bro. Yeah. What is compelling about the character that is 2 minutes of screen time with a series I know nothing about? Yeah, here we go.
In a nutshell, is the way he tells you so much detail, but really tells you nothing at all. Like that's what I loved, and I think that's like a sign of such brilliant storytelling.
He didn't. I got a paycheck. Yeah, he didn't say anything. He didn't. Yeah.
And obviously, there's the whole world of the Eilfin and the Aelfin as well.
Yep.
But at the same time, you actually read the chapter and you end up with 20 more questions than you started with. Again, where people's imagination comes in and why people love reading. Yes, it would be fun. It's such a good.
He's just about to say this is such a good question. Oh, it's the
three questions about my future for.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the sensible, grounded part of me says no, of course not. But obviously,
yeah, this like, what are you gonna do? That's a hard look. I'll be honest. That's a hard interview to do, regardless, for both of them. It's literally, hey, Eilfin guy, what's up? Hey, what's up? I'm the Eilfin guy. Your costume. What about the costume, bro? How'd you feel? I showed up for the job and they said this is my costume, so I got in it. Sweet, bro. I mean, do you like playing characters? Yeah, I do. I play Family Orc Boy in Rings of Power too. That was my big break. I'm hoping to play Pennywise next. Sweet, brah. Yeah, cool. You're pretty tall. You think you could be a tree ant or something? Did you try out for Loyal or something? Some kind of elf? Like, I don't know what else to ask you, man. Where did they steal your costume from cats? Like, yeah. Oh, did you get to keep the boots? Did you get to keep the boots? That's another question. Did you keep the boots and the outfit? Is this something you will go out in on Halloween and scare small children in? Or maybe have some sexy time with your significant other. Jump out of the closet and give your significant other a heart attack. It's sexy time. Did they steal Pennywise's clothes? No, they just stole cats. They stole the clothing from cats, I think. Man, didn't have much to say to the girls, huh? Holy shit, she's got a forehead.
Kate,
Hello, Matt.
how are you doing?
How are you, my friend?
Uh-oh.
It's nice to
Fantastic.
see you.
You too. It's season 3. How are you feeling?
Finally got there.
Finally got to the end. Got to the end. I'm pretty sure they're friends. He knows all these people. That's part of why you do what you do. That's part of why that's part of why you sell out. You get to be friends with all these Hollywood actors. So I'm sure he's the Dusty Wheel is like the #1 channel for this shit. So I'm sure he knows all of them by name. Yeah. Yeah. That I mean, if not for this, why, right? This is why I'm sure this is a big part of why he's doing what he's doing is he gets access to all these people. Dude, I'll watch Sydney Sweeney put on jeans for 5 hours, man. Absolutely. I just want to see what the first question is, see if it's worth it.
So how about
I'm
that?
surprised they got 7-8.
Right.
It takes so long to make.
I would honestly, how you've portrayed,
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna push back on the. It takes so long to, dude. You actors these days are so fucking spoiled. It's ridiculous. You only have to do 8 fucking episodes, and you're complaining about how long it takes to make. Remember when they were making freaking seasons that were 20 episodes long, or even 12? We'll even just go to 12. Give me a break. What, dude? Sydney Sweeney's hot as fuck. I'd watch her put on jeans like for all the time. I'll put it on loop. I'm not saying anything controversial there. She's hot as fuck.
portrayed Leandrin, I would want to know Leandrin made it to season 8. Like,
so we begin with some ass kissing, okay?
I want to follow the journey of Leandrin at this point.
I can't promise that.
Ass kissing. I can promise that you're not going to see Leandrin's not going to see season 4. That's my promise.
So, I mean, how about that party that they held for you at the White Tower in episode 1? Like, that was pretty cool, huh?
Hey, for a 52-year-old middle-aged mum with 2 kids, Matt. I mean, it's kind of like hooray. Yeah.
I mean,
what's that have to do with anything? Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah, it's true. It's true, Andrew. Good point. Yeah, 8 episodes every other year is 24. It's versus 20. Yeah, it's crazy. If Ray filmed 40 episodes worth per season, then why? It's wow, that's scary. Yeah, at least 12. 12 should be the minimum. Yeah. And then I see Always Sunny interviews where they say they filmed all DeVito scenes in like 2 weeks for the first. Yeah, it's just because they know how to make television.
It's like thrilling to do. Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
Fans talk a lot about this. It's like that shot right before I think you just blow up the place, and that the blood is kind of just across your smile. Fans talk about like that's your Joker look. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. God, people like that's exactly like yes, that's exactly the vibe they were trying to steal. And that's the sad part. That was her Joker look. That was her Red Wedding look. Right? I mean, like it's all a reference to something else. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It could get there. I do need to take care of some business though, real quick. Just because it's only we're down to 4, so I might as well do it right now rather than doing a whole nother stream. All right, here it is. All right, final 4. Here it comes. Oh man, we got a blowout. So if you haven't voted, now is the time. Rand thanks Moron for plotting with Lanfear. Rand or Elaine and Avienda Scissor. That's definitely that one. No doubt. I can find it overwhelming too sometimes, but it's up towards the top. I just made it my favorite. Sometimes I get lost in it too. Mine is much simpler because I can't do Discord very well. All right. Hmm. Well, it made it high, Fadian, but it was never gonna make it to. I'm actually surprised it got this high. I knew it pissed people off, but Avienda disarms Land. Melindra tells Land that death is lighter than a feather. I think that this is. I'm not gonna be mad if this one wins, but I think Land being disarmed. Yeah, whatever happened? Was there fuckery about with that? Did we ever get an admission that there was fuckery with that? It sure seemed like there was fuckery with the video evidence. I mean, Loyal Falling wouldn't have won, but yeah, I think it should have made it to the next round. He wants to put the Dane flavor on it. It's just how Dane rolls, man. It's his tourney. He'll do what he likes. Oh God, yeah. No, that's not like what. It's his party, and he'll He'll do what he wants to. There you go. It's a party and do it, whatever, blah blah. Boom, yes. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. We got land disarming. See, now death is lighter than a feather is just as bad, but this is the ultimate cucking of Lan. Lan is supposed to be not only a blade master, but the blade master. So not only does he get bested by just some Aiel, like tiny Aiel wise one, pretty easily. She disarms him pretty easily. He's also sword fighting like a bitch in that scene. But he also, by being disarmed, isn't he made guy shine? So he's now a Aiel slave for being disarmed and embarrassed, right? So while yes, stealing the line is bad, this is the ultimate. Lan is not skilled in anything pick because he can't even sword fight. Lan can't even sword fight. So I want to see some more votes on Lan being disarmed. Let's do it. We can do it. We brought it back last time. I know it was behind. It was behind in the round of 8. Let's get her done. All right. I was not expecting the more coming. Well, this is also a great point. Gadfly says, we are supposed to expect to believe that Lan, who fought off dozens of Shantan soldiers, can't beat one Io maiden. Yes, on the beach. True. I always imagine Lan as a crying Brendan Fraser from Bedazzled. How the hell did the Melinders thing get so far? Because that is a major line in the whole series. They split. Not only do they split up, the duty is heavier than duty is heavier than the mountain. It is sort of a line that is said to Lan, or said from Lan to Rand, that carries a lot of weight for Rand the whole series. So the fact that they took that away from Lan, gave it to Melindra, and then the line was not even delivered to Rand, is just a huge disaster. We had talked about this too. A lot of the reason we think the Matt stuff didn't make it very far is just Matt has been so beat up from episode 1 on that everybody has disconnected from Matt, and they basically don't feel like Matt is Matt at all. So when they see Matt, something bad happen to Matt or something ridiculous happen to Matt, it's basically, well, of course, it's the Matt is the shit box of the show. We can they're gonna fuck up Matt every time they can, right? Yeah, so I think that's probably what happened to most of the Matt moments. It is taking Lan's masculine mentorship to Rand from him and then giving it to a person to give that line back to Lan himself. Yeah. Yep. So Yep. So I would not be mad if either one of these won. I think the sword fight one is better. But if the other one wins, I'm okay with that too. So he says it. I forget which book he says it. It definitely says it in the main novels. He may say it in New Spring too. I don't remember. I've only read New Spring once, so I don't read it with my rereads. So I know it's said to the main delivery is to Rand. So and it basically affects Rand's whole outlook on life. So yep. All right. So that is that. So it looks like we're gonna have duty lighter than a feather, heavier than a mountain top versus Rand taking more on for trying to kill him repeatedly. Both noble efforts. He says it in The Great Hunt at the beginning when training Rand. Yep. I know it's there. I don't know New Spring well enough to say. So real quick, I'm hoping to maybe tomorrow to finish recording my Ember Dark review. I finished it. And I said I would do a review of it. I did a little bit of snooping around. It seems like I may have a differing opinion than others about it. I think it's slightly better than Wind and Truth, but it's still not great for me, anyways. But yeah, so I'm gonna save that for my review of that. And yeah, keep an eye on the channel for other stuff. I will let you know next stream if anybody gets back to me about this thief stealing somebody's content and trying to pose it as their own. Thanks, Alex. Thanks as always. I appreciate you doing this. Yeah, Alex, thank you for being here as always. Yeah, I'm gonna be branching out into other things here soon. And yeah, I'm gonna thank you, Trip, for that link. Maybe it'd be awesome if I could get Josha to come on for an interview. That'd be cool as fuck. I'd love that. That would be great. I doubt it, but you never know unless you try, right? So I would ask Josha what went through his head when you read the script thanking Moraine for colluding with Lanfear. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I don't know what he'd be able to answer candidly or not. So it would be interesting to write questions for the interview. I'm sure he'd probably insist on getting them early and probably marking off which ones he can answer and not answer. Which, I get. He's working in Hollywood, so But thank you very much for the super chat, Alex. Thank you, Jeremy, for the 5 gifted memberships as always. And yeah, thank you for hanging out. We got a whole bunch of interviews we can look at since it looks like everybody had a great time with this one. Maybe we'll check out some of the other ones that were done since well, they're there. We had no idea. So yeah, so thank you again for being here. If you haven't voted, go vote. And he is no longer under NDA as of August 9th. Ooh, well, perfect. So maybe we could get to work. That'd be awesome. So thank you all for being here, and we will see you soon for the next one. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.